What's up, guys? Welcome back to Veteran Aquatics. My name is Dylan, and today we're going to talk about Celestial Pearl Danios, otherwise known as Galaxy Rasboras. If you haven't seen these awesome little nanofish before, you are going to love them. They are absolutely beautiful fish, and you can put them in a very small tank. So stay tuned, and let's talk about it. So this is my group of Celestial Pearl Danios. I started with 8. I have 7 now. My idea is to breed them. They're just hard to breed in a tank. So these guys are egg scatterers. The females will scatter eggs and the males will fertilize them. However, the males will also eat the eggs. Usually to breed them, you either need a massively densely planted tank, or you take a couple of them out, put them into a breeder box small enough to contain them, and you let them sit in there, male to 2 females, for a couple of days, and give it a little while, and in 24 to 48 hours, you'll either have eggs hatched or you won't. Alright, so you guys can see the orange fins of these males are super bright. If I can get the camera to focus close enough, you'll see that they look kind of like a little brook trout, which is the best likeness I can give you if you've never seen them. These are definitely nanofish. I have 7 of them in this 10-gallon tank with some snails that I picked up somewhere along the way. Started with 1 or 2, and now I just have a ton, which is great. Because I can feed them to my figure 8 puffer. Now, these guys are fairly new to the hobby in terms of how long they've been around. I believe they were introduced in 2006. So again, they're a nanofish. They don't get much longer than an inch, if ever over that. The males are the very brightly colored ones, and the females are the slightly duller ones. You can usually tell by the coloration of their fins whether or not they're male or female. They're Danios. They were incorrectly classed as Galaxy Rasboras for a while, but they are in fact a Danio, so they prefer cooler water, 72 to 76 generally speaking. I have a preset heater in there. It's preset to 76, although it rarely comes on because the room in here stays pretty warm. You can see I have a bunch of plants growing in here. They do love their planted tanks. I would love eventually just to do a huge, dense planted tank with a whole bunch of Java moss in it, just to kind of give them somewhere to scatter the eggs and hopefully have them not eat them. But odds are, if I want to breed them, I'm going to have to do it in a box. These guys do really well in a smaller tank. Like I said, there's 7 of them in this 10-gallon. They've been living here happily for quite a while. There was an 8th one, but sometimes you lose a fish or 2. It's not the end of the world. But they haven't bred for me yet. Again, it's not really planted densely enough for that. But they are living happy, healthy lives. So if you guys wanted an idea for a 5-gallon tank or a 10-gallon tank, here's a great one for you. They go well in a 5-gallon tank. I probably wouldn't put more than 6 in a 5-gallon, maybe even 4. But you do have to get them in groups. They are schooling fish. As you can see, they kind of dart around and follow each other around. As far as tank mates go, I might consider some dwarf Corydoras. Something that stays very small, stays towards the bottom. But generally they'll do better in a species-only tank, just because they're so small and darty to start with. You really don't want anything disrupting them. But I have seen them kept with killifish, I have seen them kept with Endler guppies, and a couple other types of Danios. Again, cold water fish, so make sure you keep that temperature down. Man, I just love these guys. They're absolutely stunning to look at. I wish I had a better light on them. Unfortunately, they are also very skittish. So as soon as you touch anything, as soon as you move, as soon as you talk too loud, These ones tend to kind of run away and hide. Yeah, absolutely beautiful fish. Great for any little nano setup. Because, you know, they're cold water fish, if your normal temperature range in your home is around 70-72 degrees, you don't have to have a heater for them. You can see I just run a sponge filter like I run for most of my tanks, and they're perfectly fine. They're also pretty good about eating algae. As you see, there's not a ton of algae in this tank as compared to some of my other ones. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea. I know we're all pretty bored in quarantine, so here's an awesome little nano fish that you can get. I had to special order mine. It's not something that pet shops usually carry. It's not a super mainstream fish. Like I said, they only hit the hobby a couple years ago. But they ran me about $7 a piece. Guys, I have my first Endler fry. And these are this awesome yellow snakeskin Endler. So these females were completely untouched. They were all separated, and I set them all in different tanks with different males. But I got babies. There's 2 that I can see. That doesn't mean there's not more. I do have a little bit of Java moss in there, and a couple of Java ferns in the back there. That's awesome. I just noticed them now, and snails have transferred themselves over to this tank. But that's awesome. I'm so excited. Been waiting to see. I've had them for about 3 weeks now, so it didn't take them long. But that's awesome. I want to line breed these guys and just get tanks full of them. Once I get situated in the new fish room, I'll get all these tanks nice and planted up, and hopefully they'll get going even more. I feed them every day, so hopefully they're not eating the fry. These ones seem kind of smart and know when to get out of the way of the female there. I did just feed them, so they may still be looking for food. But that's awesome. I just wanted to share that with you guys. My first Endler fry. Alright guys, well that's it for today. If you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and hit that thumbs up and smash the subscribe button. It's awesome that I have Endler babies. I'm actually really excited about that. I've wanted Endlers for a long time, and when I went to the fish store that I got them from, I was really excited to see that they had a separate tank of male and females, and I was able to pick the males I wanted as well as pick the females I wanted. Hopefully when this stuff is all over with, I'll be able to do a fish store tour, but odds are I'm gonna move before I can. I will try, however, to come back because it is a really cool store, and it's one of the bigger ones in the area. So I'd love to show you guys the store that I got those Endlers from. Stay safe, guys, and I'll see you next time.